Did you miss your friends? It is just so beautiful, you know, it's like our little school in the bush. Morning, Alex. We love Canberra Public because it literally changed our lives for the better.
Canberra Public is a much-loved school girded by a national park and delivering a quiet, idyllic education right in the heart of Sydney.
And I think that really makes it unique. And it really is a hidden gem in the forest.
Lily Stewart is a busy mum, but was motivated to become president of the Parents and Citizens group after her children found refuge at Canberra.
My son, unfortunately, was terribly bullied. He was diagnosed clinically with severe depression. And on that day, I decided to pull them out and look for a more nurturing, more homey type of environment. All right, kids, Louie, Nina, let's go.
The problem for Lily, Louie and Nina is that there's just 39 students left at the school, down from more than 200 a few years ago.
Let's go. Go get your backpacks. Let's go.
Their school now risks being known not for its charming surrounds, but as the first Sydney public school put into recess in 2 decades.
Let's go. I'd be heartbroken, really, really heartbroken. I believe in public education, and that will not change my mind.
In a statement, the New South Wales Education Department blamed changing demographics, saying the total number of students living in the Northern Beaches area had declined, something that will impact other public schools there too. It said no decision has been made about the school's future and it's consulting the community.
How does that leave everyone feeling about the department?
Angry, ignored, abandoned.
Figures released to 7:30 by the New South Wales private school lobby suggest parents moving out of the public system has also played a part. In the surrounding federal electorate of Mackellar, 2,658 students have left public schools in the past 5 years, while more than 700 new students were enrolled at private schools. Experts like Dr Emma Rowe say the New South Wales enrolment shift has come when many public schools are underfunded and some private schools overfunded.
It's become wildly unfair in that we're a bit of a laughingstock in terms of how we fund our schools. It is seen as an anomaly outside of Australia.
It's a national trend. ABS data shows that over the last 5 years, public school enrolments grew by just 1%, compared to an 18.5% rise at independent schools and a 6.6% rise at Catholic schools.
I think asking them to compete is akin to, you know, putting 2 kids in a marathon. One has running shoes and the other does not have running shoes.
Illawarra Christian School, south of Sydney, is one of many faith-based low and medium fee schools riding the boom. It's grown from around 600 students in 2020 to 800 today. And instead of closures, they're buying up neighbouring properties to expand.
Our school is landlocked by bush and domestic properties, and so we've had to acquire some local houses in the area to be able to build for the future.
How's your week looking?
Boring.
Dad, Tim Canosa, a former public school history teacher turned pastor, reluctantly moved 2 of his 3 kids from the public system.
It's something that my family, we really wrestled with. I went to a public school, my wife went to a public school.
We're going to have a little bit of a conversation now about your school holidays.
The family were attracted by the school's pastoral care and are prepared to make sacrifices to pay the fees, which average about $6,500 a year per student.
There is a significant money sacrifice, but the time one's probably the one we feel the most, as in local public school would be a 10-minute transport trip, whereas the school we're sending to is somewhere around 50 minutes.
You got your laptops?
Research from independent data scientist David McCloskey suggests why the enrolment trend matters. He's mapped for the first time the likelihood of public and private students attaining a university degree.
What this means is that Your opportunity to actually get a well-paid professional job depends in part on the type of secondary school you went to.
The study found 31% of public school students attain a university degree, compared to 45% for Catholic school alumni and 53.5% for those who went to independent schools.
Look, I think it sucks, and I never expected to find the level of disparity that I've seen in this study.
Previous studies have found little difference in outcomes between private and public students after controlling for parents' education levels and wealth. And there's evidence public school students may actually perform better than private students once at university.
The National School Resourcing Standard.
The findings come as cash finally begins to flow to public schools at the levels promised by the Gonski Review almost 15 years ago. All states have signed on to a new $16 billion funding deal and will hit minimum funding levels sometime over the next decade.
If funding improves for public schools, that would be an excellent outcome.
That is brilliant.
For the parents and children of Canberra Public School, they worry the money will not flow quickly enough to save their school. A decision on its future will be made later this year, but if enrolment trends continue, it might not be the only one facing a long recess.
I think it would be a real shame. You know, Canberra has shaped so many community kids here for decades, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with Canberra, and it is absolutely worth keeping the doors open.